and welcome to Messing Around Mondays with the boys. This is the Next Guy Up podcast, and we have an incredible show for you today. We hope you had a great weekend. Currently, for us, it is Saturday night. We are on the tail end of conference championship Saturday and weekend with college football. So, if you want to know how our big parlay bet turned out, make sure you check into this weekend preview coming up this Friday. Today, we have a lot of messing around going on. We have a press release. We're going to be diving into some pretty big stuff. Excited about that. We have one of our favorite new segments, A History with Messin. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to spoil out. It's kind of a secret. It's coming, though. Just so everybody, I feel like I needed to tease it a little bit. And then we have a big-time draft today. I think this is a highly anticipated draft. We're back at it. We are drafting our favorite Christmas songs of all time. I have a feeling we're going to get some hate for some of our lists. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Just throwing that out there. It's probably going to happen. But I think it's going to be a really fun episode for us today. So, boys, how we doing? Mason, I hear you're in the Christmas spirit today.
Yes, very much so. Let me just clear my throat on national.
Excellent. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I cleared my throat right off the bat, and I have two white lines going through my forehead of this light here. If you're on the YouTube,
looks great.
So I'm just crushing it when it comes to the podcast today. But so we did a 4-hour car trip around the Putnam County area to look at lights.
You said
Putnam
County.
The Putnam County area. Well, hold on. So first of all,
you were so close.
Yes, I was. So first of all, they have this map set up, and you can go to all these addresses and look at all these houses. And we did that while listening to Christmas music, which I didn't know at the time that we were doing the draft of Christmas music. So I feel ready to go on that draft. But
he's been doing research all day
long. So we actually took our dog with us. He loves car rides. Did really well. Just looked at all the lights, and we had a good time today. So definitely check that out. And if you live in this area or probably any big city, they probably have this exact same thing going on. So a good time, get you in the Christmas spirit. So
there you go. Did it work? Are you in the Christmas spirit, Mason?
Yes, I'm
very spirited?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Very spirited.
Great.
Yes.
Filled with holiday cheer.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday cheer. Yep.
I think we're going to go do the same tour next weekend with the girls. Morgan had to work tonight, or else we probably would have tried to do that. She's been working a Christmas party this afternoon at her event space. And then tomorrow night, Macy has the city's Christmas tree lighting thing in the park. She's singing at it. So we'll be doing that tomorrow, kicking off our Christmas stuff. We got our tree up today.
Nice.
So we got to finish decorating it sometime tomorrow. This is a whole ordeal of decorating. We have totes and totes of decorations.
Dancer, singer, and soccer player.
Oh, she's retired from soccer.
She quit.
Okay.
She told me that she doesn't think she'll ever play sports again. So,
dang,
that's good.
Rip your heart out.
I think I have a performance arts child. As it stands right now, she loves dance. She's in ballet, and then she's been going to see all the the dances and the plays, and she's talking about how she can't wait to join, do that, do plays and stuff. So, performance arts, here we come. I can't wait. I don't like sports. I love plays and musicals.
Big.
That was so believable too. Yeah, so real quick, Tins, just a heads up. The ones that are further out, we drove 15 minutes for there was a house that wasn't even lit up. And then there were some that were just kind of like a buzzkill compared to some of the others that were closer. So if you're okay with the longer drive and, the risk of that, we didn't mind it at all. We were just kind of having fun, but it did kind of, we went from 2 minutes to a house and it was awesome, to another 2 minutes to another house that was awesome. So back to back to back of like knocking out some great ones. And then you had a little bit of a drive. Some of them were great. And some of them synced up to like the radio and like the lights danced and stuff. So, but definitely check that out. It was fun. We had a good time.
Have you
Maybe take some snacks with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever been up to Lebanon, towards Nashville? They have,
We
at
have.
their fairgrounds, they have, I guess, the biggest like Christmas light show in Middle Tennessee. It's a whole ordeal and a half to go any day of the week. But we did it one time when when Macy was little. It was before we even had Maddie. And it was, Macy does not like car rides. Sitting in line waiting for to go see Christmas lights was not the move.
So it's funny that you bring that up because I worked in Lebanon. I was commuting for 3 months. Before Thanksgiving, there was no lines. And it was actually a pretty cool like thing for me to like, it made my drive a little bit better because going in and out of there was actually fun to like look over and just see all of that. But when it got closer to Christmas, the line would literally go all the way out into the interstate and back up the interstate. That's how bad you probably sat in that line, Tens.
Yep.
But before Thanksgiving, it's a breeze. Like, I know you're not as much into the Christmas spirit. I know we've talked about this 5 billion times of not doing that beforehand.
True.
And the weekdays were also better. So definitely, I'm sure you probably went on a weekend, like half of this middle Tennessee area, but weekdays were better. And then before Thanksgiving the line was not as bad. So, but yeah, that's a fun one to do.
Like I said, we did it when Macy was little, and I just remember having to change her diaper and like running to a gas station to throw it away as we were in line because I could still walk back to our car because that's how long it took to like the stop and go traffic. So, but it is fun if you have the time, or I guess if you are like Mason and go celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving, you could do that. I, on the other hand, wait until the weekend after.
He would rather wait in a line for 3 hours just to, be in the Christmas spirit after Thanksgiving. That's what it is.
That's right.
What can I say? I still believe the way this country used to be.
Yeah, we believe in Thanksgiving.
So, yep.
That sounds like a good segment name.
Back when we were a country.
Back when we were a country. Just a little teaser there in the works.
Ooh, some coming content.
Ooh.
Well, we try to just throw that in there a little bit for our listeners.
We do have some press releases to talk about, some big things in the news. I can kick it off today. Let's do it. We'll save Mason for last because he has some add-ons to it. So this is Elon Musk adjacent. He has been all over the news this week. He's kind of been one of the big things out there for a couple of reasons. I have seen that the Cybertruck has been going through a lot of tests and things. Have you guys been seeing any of that stuff?
Yeah, I've seen some
wild stuff going on with the Cybertruck. It's pretty insane. I don't know. I saw that they changed it from like the metal ball they threw at the windshield originally to a tennis or to a baseball now. If you remember back whenever it first was debuted, they were on stage and they were trying to test out the like bulletproof, shatterproof windows, and they threw the like metal ball at it and it broke the window. You remember that?
Yep.
Good times there was. That was funny stuff on the internet. But so they changed it to baseball now to make sure there's no malfunctions, I guess. They've been putting through a lot of tests. Some of the safety tests did not look ideal. But here we are. And I think they will be on the road sometime in the near future. So that's pretty interesting stuff. But the bigger thing that's been in the news with Elon Musk is all of this stuff that's going on with Twitter, a.k.a. X. Still not sure what to call it 100%. I know it is officially rebranded as X now, but it does not feel right to me.
It'll always be Twitter to me.
Same. It will, I think, always be Twitter to me. And so a bunch of advertising has pulled off of Twitter because of some things Elon Musk has said. We know Elon Musk has continuously been one of the most controversial figures in kind of anywhere right now. but places like Disney and Apple and Universal and Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount and Lionsgate. And there's actually a huge list of people who are no longer advertising on Twitter. And so because of this and kind of in response, he had this big press conference, or was it some kind of conference where he was speaking at. They're asking him questions about it. And he said that everyone who pulled advertising can go F themselves. Expletive. He said it many times in a row. In the video, he was very adamant about it. And it was kind of like he thought everyone was going to laugh and be like, and start clapping. And then no one really did. And everybody's like, ooh.
Ooh, tough look.
And then immediately after, he claimed that they were probably, he was like, they asked him what the repercussions of this advertising that they think is going to happen. He was like, yeah, they're probably going to tank our company. Like, and it was like, it seems as though you should probably do something about this. But he's not. So that's happening. He had this big press conference. In the midst of all of this happening, so this is kind of not really connected to this, but it's all Elon Musk adjacent news. There is a new AI that's being debuted on Twitter, like right now, to I think the premium users, or like, and that is a new AI chatbot named Grok, 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 and it's kind of similar to ChatGPT, except for it's only going to be available on the Twitter or X platform, if I believe that's correct. A couple things that are noteworthy about it. It says, the company says, this is a quote from an article I'm reading. The company says that Grok is designed to answer with a bit of wit, and that the AI has a rebellious streak, and warns not to use it if you hate humor. And so I think it's sort of like a AI chat feature, but it's supposed to be like more funny and more like sarcastic and say things in a funny way to be whatever. So you can ask it questions, it'll answer you, it will like give you things that you might want to search and give you suggestions and things normal AI does, but supposedly in a more funny way. Who knows?
I just have one thing to say, and I think it's just a terrible, terrible idea that we make AI rebellious in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, could be.
Sounds like the beginning of the Terminator to me, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say, I felt like I watched a movie one time called iRobot. Have you guys seen it before?
Love iRobot.
That sounds like a good villain name, though. Grok.
Grok is
sounds
a pretty good villain.
Like,
you're right.
Villain, like robot name. Sounds like a part 2 to iRobot based on a true story.
Wow.
2025.
But the AI would generate the entire script and movie itself.
Yes, correct. Go ahead, Tins.
I was just saying, I'm not worried about Grok. I'd put him in a blender.
Wow, Tins is calling out Grok. Yep. Showdown of the century. Tins versus Grok and the AI.
Aliens I'd be cool with. AI I'd fight. Just
that's your strategy.
To a much earlier episode of the Next Guy Up history.
It's true. What would you do to what would be your strategy with a zombie?
I mean, straight to the head, baseball bat. Zombies is only one way to go.
Straight that, like, would you try to befriend them or would you try to fight them or something in the middle?
Can you befriend zombies?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, zombies. There's no
befriending aliens.
They have a brain though. Zombies do not.
Zombies are trying to eat everything. Do you forget Walking Dead?
But there's different types of aliens. We all know this.
Right.
I mean, zombies. There's also aliens that are nice or aliens that try to eat you.
If you're ranking what you're most afraid of, you have AI. Let's just say AI/robots as well. I feel like they could kind of work together.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens or zombies, where are you ranking? Like, what would you rather take on? Rank them worst to best.
I'd rather fight zombies.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd make it pretty far in a zombie apocalypse.
It's because they're stupid.
Right.
Yeah, AI is the scariest, I think.
You is fighting you. Right. AI can, like...
or aliens. I don't know. I feel like AI is scary because everything you do, they're constantly updating like their strategies and they're knowing you better the more you fight them. And so, but I feel like they're also only limited to Earth's resources, where aliens they come in with some kind of daggum other resource that we have no idea about, and then we're all done for.
Bingo bongo. That's why I'm befriending
Stupid
the
aliens or like really smart aliens.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Right.
Okay, so you befriend aliens, you
Yep.
kill the zombies, and what we do with the AI,
We
Just
try to befriend
submit,
them. Neutral.
Go,
You stay
go live in the
neutral.
woods. Go live in the woods.
off the grid.
Off the
Off the grid, baby.
Delete Twitter. You're good. From Grok, at least he's only lives on Twitter.
That's where I live.
Maybe accurate. Future draft idea, everybody. I just had it while we were talking. Someone write this down. We should draft what type of how we would respond in a zombie apocalypse.
Ooh.
We could draft like where we go, what kind of weapons we would use, if we could team up with somebody. I think there's a good draft there somewhere. So
love it.
Let's think about that one. There. Keep it there.
So does any other podcast first have layoffs like we do because we have zero, and then also just come up with content on the fly like this, and
planning
just
out future
give
episodes.
a little exactly
Cooking.
give behind the scenes as well. So we're always cooking. One time I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and thought of an idea. So
wow,
that's how much we're dedicated
You're
to
dreaming
the pod.
about the pod. It's crazy.
That's what it was.
It's always on your mind.
Always.
All right. So AI, obviously a big threat to us in our society. And I think the moral of that story is just probably should delete Twitter off your phone because Grok is taking it over as we speak, probably.
Whew.
All right. So there's that one. No big deal. Okay. Tens. Press release.
Yeah. Sorry for the YouTube listeners. If you just saw me almost freak out, it's because I'm drinking Mountain Dew Game Fuel Citrus Cherry, and it was very sour. It's very different. I don't know. Soda's in a can to me. Weird.
Wow.
Weird taste.
What a take.
But that's a bonus. That's extra. We're messing around after all. Press release. Here we go. So we've talked about video games before on the show.
Right.
I'm a big fan of the series Fallout.
Yep.
In my opinion, one of the best open world video games. Well, it's been known that they've been creating the TV show for a while now. Things kind of got delayed with the actors and writers strike. Well, we just got the first official teaser trailer from Amazon just the other day on Twitter, and they announced that the series will be premiering April 12th, 2024. And if you have not seen the trailer yet, go check it out. From what we can tell, it looks like they're going to do the video game pretty good service. Like sometimes you worry about how true are they going to stick to things like video games when they make a movie or a show out of it. Like, are they going to kind of follow what the game does storyline wise or characters or things like that? And from what you can tell from this, it's going to do that. Like there's some humor to it. That's the thing with Fallout. Like it's not just like a serious game. There's like some offhand like dark humor in it. And so you kind of caught some of that in the trailer. So I'm very excited about this TV series. I've played this video game quite a bit.
There you go.
And it's on Amazon Prime, so they have like endless money to spend to make sure it's like the graphics and CGI are good.
It's only on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like their big investment was this show.
Excited to see Walton Goggins in it.
Yes.
Shout out to our guy.
Yes, from Justified fame. It's like his big character. To me, I don't know. He's been in a lot of stuff, but like I don't think he'll ever escape the Boyd Crowder character. And this character that he's playing has kind of same like characteristics. He's kind of like a wild cowboy, his character.
Oh yeah.
Which kind of plays into the wild Kentucky guy. from Justified. So he's a gunslinger, very violent character. So
Does he not have a nose? Is that true?
Yes. So his character is something called a ghoul. If for those of you who are not familiar with Fallout, the premise of Fallout is uh, World War III happens, nuclear bombs go off everywhere, people go to live in
It's probably
vaults.
the AI.
100 years later, people start coming out of the vaults to realize that civilization continued on. There's mutated monsters, people, normal video game stuff. And one of the things is ghouls, which are people that survive the radiation, but now they've just like they live forever because they're like zombies, but they can talk and have normal human characteristics. They can't die unless they're like killed, like shot or something. But they don't age because they're just stuck how they were when the bombs went off. So that's what his character is. But like your body starts to decay after 100 years, whether
okay, gotcha.
you get attacked
Like the
or
skin.
not. So like so like stuff like that will happen in the game. It's pretty. In the game you get to meet some like really old ones. They're pretty gnarly. It's just like a skeleton at that point.
That's cool. Yeah, I saw like a picture of what he looks like from like a still. I think the actual trailer came out today, right? Or recently.
Yeah. Yes, it came out yesterday. I'm pretty sure. That's when I saw it, at least, finally. But it's definitely they've got all the big storylines: the Vault Dweller, the civilization surviving the nuclear bombs, and then guys in big mech suits called Brotherhood of Steel. Got to have a giant mech suit in every good action show,
It seems like you know a lot about this open world game. Did you happen to draft it in the video game draft?
So
open world.
Here's what had happened was I went with Skyrim because it's more popular for the graphic. But to be honest, did I not take? Did you take Skyrim?
I took Skyrim. I did.
What a 10
I made sure I got that one.
I took Pokemon. I took Pokemon.
Not a horrible pick.
Not a horrible.
It's not.
No, I do like Fallout. It's probably the game I still go back and play because it's one of those things. Nothing's like there's a main storyline, but you don't have to do that. You can just go run around if you want. So I still have a save file where I've been playing on it for like 5 years now. I'll just load it up, play for a few days, and then be done for a while. But it's definitely a fun game. Fallout 4, and there's some older ones too that people like to play.
I just remember Nuke City or whatever it was. It had like Nuketown. I just remember playing that for literally hours and hours and hours when we were just crazy about that game.
You mean Nuketown, Call of Duty map?
Oh, that is the Call of Duty map. So maybe
what was that I was thinking of? That was Fallout. There was something similar to that, wasn't there? Ooh, tough look on me.
Dang.
It's from Fallout 3, the one with the nuke in the middle of the city, and you get to choose whether you blow it up or not.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Megatown. It's called Megatown.
Megatown. Yeah, Megatown. That's the one.
There we go. We got to it.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
We had to go digging.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Great. That'd be fun.
That's my press release.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too. I'm
beautiful.
Check it out.
Love it. All right. So, question for the guys. If you're listening to this podcast on Messin Around Monday, it is December 4th. How are we doing on our Christmas shopping today?
Very poor.
Very poor. All right. Tens? Well, go ahead, Zach.
I was just going to say, I think my wife, Megan, takes care of a lot of the shopping, to be 100% honest. I do as little as I possibly can because I don't enjoy it.
Does it stress you out? Because you seem like the type of person you get stressed out about these things, like what to get, where to go.
You're correct, Mason.
Spending money.
I don't like spending money. That's accurate. I think I like to procrastinate because I try to find like the perfect thing. I'm like, I have to find the perfect thing to get this person or whatever. But then I end up waiting till the very last minute, and then I have to go to Walmart and just like find whatever's left on the shelves to buy them because I'm out of time. And then I'm even more stressed because I'm like, oh, this gift sucks. And then that's basically where I end up usually. I'm not a good
Does
like
that check
plan
out?
ahead gifter.
Yeah. Does that check out, Tins, about Zach? That checks out.
That checks out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
How
been
about you, Tins?
I've been Christmas shopping with Zach.
On
It
like
checks out.
Yeah,
on
it
like
checks
Christmas
out.
Eve. I'm like, oh no.
I'm pretty sure I went with him on the 24th to go get something for someone. So
You're not
that has
wrong.
happened.
Yeah. That's true.
Yep.
It's not a good time to shop.
I don't do a lot of the Christmas shopping. I'm very lucky to have a wife who plans ahead of everything in life. We are done Christmas shopping for the girls as of right
Wow.
now.
Look at
Actually
you.
have Macy, our oldest daughter's big gift right here next to me. I can't get it all the way over here, but it is she's not listening to this part of the podcast, hopefully. It's a Jeep that she
If you're
can get
Macy,
into.
skip ahead 15 seconds.
It's like a ride along, like she can get in it and drive Tonka truck Jeep. She's obsessed with
So,
Jeeps at the ripe age of 5 years old. She's already
ooh,
telling me that when she gets old enough to drive, that she wants her own Jeep.
tens.
So
That's a
it's a
tough
good thing I
16th
work.
birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing I work for UPS and they get paid pretty good because she's got bougie taste already in life, and she's
That's
5.
tough.
And then I did ruin a Christmas gift, so that sucks. I picked her up from school the other day, and I forgot something had shown up early, and Morgan didn't know where to put it, so she put it in the trunk of my car, and I forgot because I don't know why. I just forgot it was back there. It was a dollhouse, and it's in the box. It's pretty big, but I heard it sliding around in my trunk. It was after I picked up Macy from school. And so we were going to Speedway to get gas and get energy drinks for the week, plan ahead for
Important.
these long, early mornings. Right. And I was like, I'm going to open my trunk and see what's in there. Hang on just 1 second before we go in. Literally, as soon as I opened it, I was like, oh, crap, I know what that is. It was too late. She saw it. It was a Gabby dollhouse, some new show she likes. It's about cats. This girl likes cats. So.
Did you try and like make up an excuse or something, or was it just like
Nope. What? No, not at all. I just said, don't tell your mom. She's going to be mad. Which then I told Morgan when we got home, and Morgan was like, gosh, you suck. That was like one of her bigger gifts. And then Macy, I do shout out Macy right here, though. She is a ride or die with me. I told her not to tell her mom, and she didn't. Not only did she not, even the next day, she even told Morgan, she goes, I just really hope Santa brings me a Gabby dollhouse for Christmas. It's really one of the things I want.
Wow.
Morgan texted me that and said she is literally rubbing it in my face that she knows and that I don't know that she knows. And so Morgan was like, just to clarify, I know that you saw the present in your dad's car. And she goes, he was supposed to keep that a secret.
Dang.
So
she's covering hardcore.
She'll cover. So at least I know I've got her. I've got an alliance now.
She's going to do well in those fine arts with the acting.
Great acting
she's
skills.
Good acting skills already.
Yeah. And then as far as like Christmas shopping for Morgan, she doesn't let me buy stuff for her. She just buys it herself, and we go on a lot of trips. So
Smart.
I don't have to stress out about that.
Yeah, I think this year we're planning on doing very little for each other. I think there's a point where it's like, we've got other stuff.
Yeah,
and
especially when you start having kids too. That it's just like spend it on them. If you want something for yourself, like just I don't know, we just buy it.
Yeah,
I told her I've been to like 4 Jaguar games this year. I said that's my birthday and Christmas. I've already spent way more money going to watch football than I need to. I don't need a gift.
Fine.
So if we have any teenage listeners out there, you get to an age where it changes from like material items to things that you need. Now that we have a house, it went from, instead of like me, I want a vacuum, I want things for the house. And then the things that are most important are actual like memories and like experiences. So I'd rather go on a trip, or I'd rather go like do things than like have an item. So that's just where I'm at now, reaching the age of 30. I think everybody can kind of agree with that and you kind of just change where it becomes like clothes or things that you need
Right.
more than like things that you want.
Boring
So
stuff.
exactly.
Yep, boring stuff.
Boring
Shoes.
stuff. So I want to know the statistic. I looked it up. I could not find a statistic for this, but I feel like a majority of people have played White Elephant,
Yep.
or as you may know it, Dirty Santa, or
Yeah, guys, what?
Yankee Swap. So I actually, if you don't know, it's a gift that you play mostly at parties, get-togethers, and you bring a random gift, you wrap it up, you get a number. Let's say there's 10 people, and everybody pulls a random number,
Right.
and then you go in order. And so when it goes to you, you unwrap a gift, or you can steal a person's gift, and you get up to 3 steals on that gift before it's dead, donezo. You can't steal it anymore. So that's just like a fun game out there. So I was curious because I feel like it changes every year. There's like trending things. I found on peoplemagazine.com the 53 best white elephant gifts of 2023. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I did find some. Just if you're in the predicament of needing a white elephant gift for your next get together, we have a Dash Mini Gingerbread Waffle Maker. So it's a mini waffle maker that has a gingerbread imprint on it.
Interesting.
That's pretty cool.
A Fred and Friends tea infuser, and basically it's just like a tea bag, but it has a rubber glove that you just like put the tea bag in, and then you stick that in the coffee mug. So it's just like everybody's kind of looking confused.
I don't get it. It's
Yeah,
a
that
rubber
gives
glove.
Yeah, so it's like it looks like a winter glove. It's like for your tea bag that you put that in. This is called bath bombs, but they're chill pills, and they look like pills, but they're bath bombs. A 30-watt silicone wine glass holder that you put in the bathtub, and it's just a silicone wine glass holder that sticks on the side of your tub.
Wow.
Can you guys guess? We've talked about the trending movie of 2023. Can you guess some of the gifts? Trending movie, the top movie, we talked about it.
Oh, Barbie.
Barbie Uno. And then
Wow.
also we have the Ken and Barbie dolls making, I wouldn't say comeback, but it's one of those things that is apparently in the white elephant gift. We have a wellness skincare toolkit. So I could go on and on. A book light. I feel like that's always one. And the one I thought that was really funny was a desktop vacuum cleaner. It's literally a vacuum cleaner that cleans your desktop on your computer.
Important.
So those are, I could be here all day, but those are some of the ones that I found that was pretty interesting.
I do eat lunch at my desk sometimes. That would be nice.
That would be a nice one.
It comes everywhere.
You have a vacuum. You just pull the vacuum out and just,
yeah,
get rid of all that. I guess that's probably a logical gift, actually, if you think about it. Do you guys have any like favorite or standout Dirty Santa or White Elephant gifts that kind of stand out to you?
One year is when us three and our other 3 couple friends were doing like Dirty Santa, and I forgot the gifts at home, so me and Morgan had to run in and grab something new. But the gift I was going to bring was a Dundee Award from The Office, and so since I forgot it, I just got to just keep it, and so it's
nice.
on my desk. Yeah, it's in my room with all my other cool decorative stuff that's not allowed to go in the house because I'm not allowed to decorate the house. That's
right.
why I get these pictures in here.
In the laundry room.
This is my cave, the laundry room. I can
You need to put the Dundee up.
Yeah.
Put the Dundee right next to that Jags picture there.
Make a little shelf
on the wall.
Yeah, just stick it right on the wall. Put a bookshelf in there, then put that
command strip on
Dundee
and put it like the base on the wall, so it's like sticking out.
Right.
That'd be pretty funny, actually. Let's do that.
I'll see what I can cook up.
My problem.
How about you,
my problem
Zach?
when I play. So I'm in an unfortunate number of like Dirty Santa groups. where like a bunch of, I mean, and it's not a bad thing, but I feel like last year I really did like 5 of them with like people at work, people, like friends, some of our family, like Megan's family does it, and it's like 30 people do a Dirty Santa. And that one, my strategy is just get a gift card and get out. Just don't get something stupid. But I get really competitive with it sometimes, and my fatal flaw is sometimes I'll try and team up with Megan and be like, hey, what if we work together to see if we can get some steals on some stuff, and if we really strategize, play chess, not checkers at the end, and see if we can get both things we really want locked up. And then without fail, like at least 3 times this has happened to me. We've done this. And I'll be like, she'd be like, I really want that thing. I'll be like, okay, sweet. Let me just steal it, and then you can get the thing I want. And then I'll steal the thing for her and lock it up and be done. And then she'll be like, oh, I kind of want that thing too. So then she gets 2 things she wants, and I don't get anything that I want. That's pretty common.
I've seen this happen.
And then I'm like, what the heck? I wanted this. And she's like, oh, sorry. I thought this was what you wanted. So she makes out like a bandit there. It gets 2 gifts. I get 0 gifts.
You definitely wanted that Stanley Cup, right? Stanley Cups.
Yeah. Last year, I feel like Stanley Cups were a hot commodity out there. And they were all over the place for last Christmas.
So, quick question. I applaud you for the strategy. I can't lie. We've done that as well. Do other people in the group, how are their feelings of this strategy? Because they probably know. Because I feel like it does ruffle some feathers a little bit. I'm not going to lie. When it comes to like 2 people working together against one,
just teaming a little bit.
All of a sudden, you get the gift card taken away from you, and it's locked up because you stole it from your significant other on the 3rd one, and it got locked up. So, are we ruffling feathers? Like,
potentially, if everyone starts doing this, it can get messy pretty quick. I would say. So probably yes.
I'm not against it. I'm just saying I'm always like, do I step on toes when it comes to that?
It's outside the bounds of Dirty Santa a little bit, I would say.
It is called Dirty Santa, so is there really any rules besides the standard rules that are set? So
yeah, that's true.
What do you think, Tens?
I don't love that strategy.
Do you and your wife work together or not? Or are you just like, nah, I want what I want. I
want what I want. Morgan wants me to help like team up and steal stuff, but then I end up like Zach, where Morgan just gets the 2 things she wants and I get nothing. That's how I ended up with a Stanley Cup last year, even though my wife owns like 6 already.
That's true.
That's like, what are we doing out here?
So how many Stanley Cups are too much? Like how many?
2.
How many?
I
think we have 4. I think we have 4 at this point.
You both get 1. That's all you need. You both get 1.
I'll end this by saying, how is an oven mitt better than an iPod? One of the greatest episodes of The Office ever. Truly.
It's funny that you bring that up.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get to my gift.
Oh, sorry.
Jalen and I actually like to talk about it all the time. Tinsley did a foot bath, which is famous from that episode, The Office, where Kevin buys that and wants it, and he steals that instead of the iPod.
It's like, wait, shoot, could have had the iPod.
Could have the iPod. Yeah,
so
got the foot bath though.
To wrap all this up, I want to close with a bonus. Zach already teased it a little bit, but a history with Messin. If you're just wondering where the game White Elephant came from, or Dirty Santa, or Yankee Swap, it would be the term White Elephant refers to an extravagant and practical gift that cannot be easily disposed of. The phrase is said to come from the perspective about the historic practice of King Siam, now Thailand, giving rare, albino. It has an L in it, but you don't pronounce it like that. Albino elephants to curtsy who have displeased him. so that they are might been ruined by the elephant's upkept costs. So you get something that is not really needed, right? The elephant is something that it kind of actually hinders somebody in their cost effectiveness. However, there is actual no record of the king gifting a white elephant specifically to burden the recipients. And white elephants are considered to be high value, valuable and sacred in Thai culture. So much that any white elephant that is found must immediately be brought to the king according to his legal ownership. While the first use of the term remains a matter of contention among historians, one theory suggests that the Israel Cornell brought the term into popular. So basically, we don't know where it came from. Everybody just has theories at this point. Yeah. So that was good. I'm glad everybody learned nothing
That was
from
great.
that. Absolutely. So the rules: each participant supplies one wrap gift, usually of similar value. So you usually cap like a 20, 25. What's the most that you guys have had to do? Like, has anybody been like a $50 or?
I will say that Megan's work does a huge Dirty Santa, but they supply all the gifts. So some of the gifts are like awesome, and all the gifts are good. Like they don't have any garbage gifts. So you get to go up and like unwrap something, and then pick it, and then whoever's next gets to either. So it's the same rules, but it's like legit like trips or like all of them valued like well over $100. So it was just kind of like an employee gift thing, but they did it as a huge Dirty Santa game. So it's pretty fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The gifts are placed in a central location. Participants determine which order by randomly drawing. Then they take turns selecting a gift. The first person opens a wrap gift and the turn ends. Each person has the choice of unwrapping a new present or steal another's. When that person's gift is stolen, that person can either choose to unwrap another gift or steal a gift from another player. Each gift can only be stolen twice per game. We did, yeah. So the third person that had it, it was dead. Did you guys have any other rules besides that one?
No, that's the only one I can think of.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah. The only one that I've found different is the first person to take a gift, they get to go twice. So there's been times where because they didn't have the opportunity to steal at the very end, they get to go again and they can steal a gift if they wanted to because they did not have the pleasure of stealing someone's gift. They had to unwrap a gift. So that's the only like rule that I've seen different. But yeah, fun game, very popular game. I gave you some history that wasn't really history, but here we are.
History.
So thank you,
history
Zach.
to me.
I do think it's funny how it's almost one of those regional things where different people call it different names. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I've always been a Dirty Santa person myself, but
yeah, we called it Dirty Santa, or we actually called it Secret Santa, but that's a different.
Secret Santa is very different.
Very different. Yeah. So, but I think we just called it that because it was a more, innocent name than Dirty Santa. I guess I don't know, but yeah, very popular game. I feel like.
I like
it. Interesting.
There you go.
Is it draft time?
Draft time. All right, everybody.
We locked and loaded.
This was going to get a little crazy, I think, because there are truly hundreds and hundreds of songs to choose from. I think there's a lot of different strategies we could use. Maybe some pandering, if I had to guess. I'm trying to figure out who to pander to because there's different crowds you could pander to here for sure. Okay, but we're going to get into it, and we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to skip my random guest ins. He had his hand up for whoever was out there.
Yeah, sorry for the podcast listeners. Listen, are we doing different artists? Like, can we both pick the same song but different artists?
I would say you don't have to specify artist.
Okay,
so you're wanting different. Yeah, I think you pick one song, it's done. I don't care if it's been remade 75,000 times, which they all have. Okay.
All right, great.
Got it. Here we go. We ready?
Let's
Number
do
one
it.
overall pick.
Not me.
Mason.
Are you freaking?
Got him. All right.
This is really not the number one spot you want. Are we correct? Like some drafts you want number one. This is so broad.
Mason, you never
don't
want
want
number one because you always mess it up. That's why we
Mason,
love
we're
you.
drafting with you. There's no rhyme or reason anymore. Who should
It's
pick
true.
when?
Here we go. I'm in the middle, number 2, which means Tens is third on the turn.
You want the back to back there. I don't care who you are.
Wow, Mason has
No,
really
I
thought
like-
this one
I
out.
like the
think.
middle.
He
I
wants
like
it.
the middle.
I also like the middle. You get a time between your picks to think about it. That's what I like.
Okay, so I'm not even thinking of this. We've talked about it in the past. It has to be the most popular, Tens has the eye roll. He knows. The most popular, the most profitable of all time. I know you all are giving the thumbs down. It's going to look great for the graphic.
Pander.
And
This is the
people
Pander
listening.
pick I was talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly. All I Want for Christmas is You by Mariah Carey. Lock it in. It has to be. Would you all? Okay, if it was number one, if you guys had number one, are you not picking that?
No.
Okay, well,
I think some people might. I don't like it.
I know we've talked about it. It's the most played, the most profitable.
That's great.
We
And I
play it
skip
on
it
the
every
radio.
time.
Okay, here's my argument against it.
Go
Christmas
ahead.
has been around for a long time.
Yep.
How long has that song been around?
Too long.
I get it.
Listen,
What did we say? 1990 something?
Yeah, whatever.
It
doesn't matter. I think it is a very popular song right now. And there are some other songs on my pick
It
that are
has
being
been
recent.
ever since it came out.
That's great.
That's fine. I'm just telling you. I'm
saying it probably is one of the more popular songs right now. I agree with you.
It's gonna look good on the
It
graphic.
will.
I'm locking it. I just feel like if I passed it on one, it would look bad. So locking it in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Great.
Mucho interesante.
This pick is tough for me because I have a lot of ways I could go with this. I think you could either do the kind of more modern style, or you could pick a song that's been around for a really long time. I think I'm going to go more of a traditional route with this one, and I'm going to pick the ever classic, probably historically the most famous Christmas song of all time. We're going with Jingle Bells.
There it is.
Listen,
That's the one.
It's classic. There is not a person who does not know this song, is familiar with it. You sing it. Kids sing it. Everyone is singing it. Now, is it maybe the biggest radio hit? Probably not. But if you think about a song that is just like, this is the Christmas song, that's what I think of. That's why I picked it.
I like it.
It's a good one.
Thanks, Mason.
Thank you.
All right,
Tens.
Go ahead, Tens.
Let's go. I'm going to be going with Rocking Around the Christmas Tree with my first pick. Just a fun, classic,
Spicy.
bunch of different versions of it. And then my other one I'm going to go with is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Frank Sinatra.
That's a good one.
He's going with Frank.
No, the OG.
Frankie.
We even told him he
The
didn't
OG.
have to. He did.
King of the King of Christmas.
The King of Christmas, he says.
The King of Christmas songs.
Whoa. Wow. All right. I have something to say about that, but I'll wait until my pick.
Oh,
Go ahead.
interesting.
Those are my two.
Okay, so you took Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas and
Yep. And Rocking Around the
Christmas Tree. Very interesting.
I like more of the classic Christmas kind of songs. I mean, new ones are fine. All the remakes are cool. But I don't know. There's something about old school Christmas songs to me that I like.
We were raised on, we were raised on old school as well. Yep. No, those are good picks.
Great pick, Tins.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to try and balance my picks out a little bit. I think this is a big one. I think when it comes to the last maybe 5 or 10 years, for some reason, I feel like the song is kind of like is kind of blowing up, and has become very popular in the pop culture world. Like, you hear it a lot. Very different than a lot of the traditional Christmas songs. There's no lyrics to it. It's more of an instrumental, but the melody has become very popular. So I'm taking Carol of the Bells.
Carol
Yeah,
of the
I
Bells.
knew he was going that once
And
he said it.
it's actually also named Christmas Eve Sarajevo by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, who originally did the song. But it's become pretty. Pentatonics did a version of it that got pretty popular for a while. It's been in the. I feel like it's been in the like more modern subconscious more and more. You hear it on the radio a lot, and so I think it's one of my favorites. To be honest with you, is part of why I'm picking it. It's very different than some of your traditional songs, but I think it's a good one.
No, that's a good one. That one gets me hyped up. I feel like I would love. I would love to like go see an orchestra do that song specifically. So that's a good pick. All right, with my back to back, I'm going to go classic as well, and it's going to be specifically by one person, and that's going to be "Most Wonderful Time of the Year" by Andy Williams. You've all heard the song, I'm sure, but I wanted to go with something a little more classic to kind of even things out a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's just I hear it's been in movies. I've like the Christmas movies. I hear it every single year constantly. So it's just a good one to go by. And then I think I'm gonna go Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Jackson 5. I'm gonna go 2 back to back.
An interesting version.
That's a good one. I feel like that's also a popular version of that song, specifically the Jackson 5, but I'm going to go Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Jackson 5. So you're going to try to even out some of the modern day with some of the more classic Christmas songs.
There you go.
There it is.
Interesting. Okay. I think I agree with Mason's some of Mason's thought process there. I am going to go with let's do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a banger.
There it is.
It's one of those that also the kids love to sing along to. It's been around for a very long time. It's just had, it's got all the movie adaptations around it. I feel like Rudolph is a very popular figure this time of year. It's a great song. Classic. There you go.
It's classic. I love it.
Classic. I love it.
All right. This is a pander pick. I'm picking this because everyone in the world loves this person. Song's huge now. She's going to catch Mariah Carey someday with Santa Tell Me, specifically by Ariana Grande.
I will say, I was going to say, I feel like you gave me some grief, but I picked mine one of one where this is going into the second round here. So,
third
it's
catchy.
Round.
It's catchy.
I cannot even tell you what that song sounds like. I don't know that I've ever heard it before.
Sing it, unfortunately. Oh, you've heard it. I promise you that.
Every Ariana Grande song, but Christmas version.
I'm a betting man. I bet $100 you've heard
Maybe
it. We just can't play it.
Okay.
So I can't even sing it, or we'll get No,
we can do it. Sing it, Mason. If it gets taken down, it is what it is. Sing.
Is that a good?
Sing
call,
one line
actually?
of it.
Yeah, go for it.
Santa tell me, na 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 na.
Oh yeah, I have heard it. That actually was enough.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm sure everybody just like turned their volume down on their headset or in their car after that happened. I apologize.
No,
I'm sorry.
People
I personally am sorry.
I'm gonna go from one extreme to the next.
Wait.
I went with.
It's not. Is it Tenz's? I thought it's Mason's pick. No, you just picked that.
Mm-hmm.
I just made Mason sing it. Okay, sorry, Tenz.
All good.
Lost in the draft.
It's that snake. It's
lost.
Lost.
I'm right in the middle.
All right. One extreme to the next. I went from somebody new going back to somebody old.
Right.
With a Blue Christmas. Elvis Presley's version. Yeah, I sniped that from Mason. He thought he could sit and wait for it.
Dang.
I'm going to give you credit. because I didn't think anybody. I was gonna
Got
just
him.
sit. You guys know my heart with Christmas is Elvis Presley. That was the song. Tins. You totally
Got him.
That's a good one though.
Sniped him.
That's a good one. Nope, I appreciate the pick. I should have took it earlier. All right, good pick.
Thank
Everybody
you.
knows that song as well. Has to.
You have to.
Like
It's
have to.
everywhere. Every Christmas movie, you've heard it at least once.
Yep, 100%.
How's that hanger
Very good.
taste, Zach? For the podcast listeners at home, Zach is munching on a hanger right now.
Stressed out. I don't know what I'm taking next.
Are we only doing 5 songs? This is not
5
okay.
songs.
We should do like 10. This is tough. Okay.
Okay, next. I am going with. I don't know if this is gonna be popular, but I'm doing it anyways. It's one of my favorites. One of probably my favorite Christmas album of all time is Reliant K. They, if you're not familiar, they're kind of a early 2000s pop punk band. But so they have a Christmas album that is kind of different. I think it's called Let It Snow Baby, Let It Rain Dear. Very good. The first song on there is a song called Sleigh Ride. And that's what I'm picking here. Sleigh Ride has a lot of traditional versions of it that are out there. It's got some newer versions that are out there. It's kind of one of those. I remember specifically playing this when I was in band in high school. It was always fun because there's like I don't know. It's a fun song to play. It's kind of an upbeat Christmas song. I feel like some Christmas songs on the radio can be kind of slow, but this is one that's very upbeat always, and it's kind of got that, I don't know, galloping kind of momentum to it, which makes it fun, I think, and I enjoy it. So, Sleigh Ride is my pick.
You have the horse sounds, you
Right.
have the galloping sounds, you have the whip snapping
the wood clap.
sounds.
Yeah.
The wood clap. You have a lot of like different
Fun.
fun sounds out there. So no, that's a good one.
Thanks, Mason.
For sure. Okay. So I got the back-to-back here to finish out my draft. I'm going to be honest.
Correct.
I'm pretty upset at myself just because there's going to be some honorable mentions that I'm leaving out.
Leave it.
5 is tough. So to appease the masses, I'm going to hit it's a good song. I will say that, but I feel like I need to hit some variety here just because I feel like one pick can really sell somebody. And I'm going to go 12 Redneck Days of Christmas by Jeff Foxworthy. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. It's actually a funny song. I feel like people have heard it. People love it. If you're on that redneck country spectrum, you know what I'm talking about. You know the song. You love the song. So I'm going 12 Redneck Days of Christmas. And then for the graphic.
What a pick.
Thank you. For the graphic, I'm going to do it. I hate myself for it. For the graphic, I'm going to go Christmas Tree Farm by Taylor Swift to lock up the Swifties. You have to do it. I'm here to win the game. I'm here to play the game. I'm here to lock it up. And that is, I got the rednecks in the countries, and then I got the Swifties.
I've never heard of that song ever.
Yes, you
heard of that song.
You both have heard it. Trust me. It's a Taylor Swift song. You have heard it. Trust me. Okay, that's it. I'm locking it up.
Wow, that's it.
And
got it.
Your wives are gonna vote because they
They're not.
know the song. Yes, they are. I'm locking it up. That's
very
fine.
Interesting.
So those are my 2 picks.
Okay. That was something, Mason. Mason, usually you start off rough and you finish really strong. I think this was maybe the opposite. I think you started off very strong, and then the last 2 picks, I was kind of nervous about your draft, and then you kind of derailed it there at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Well, that's your opinion. So.
It's real. I did just go find it. But I listened to 10 seconds of it. It's terrible.
Oh, got him.
Oh, you're also dissing the Swifties. So how do you feel about
I've never
that?
once been scared of a Swiftie.
You know what happened to Big Cat, right?
He's still alive.
That's true. I'm locking it in. I don't care. That's my last pick.
He doesn't even care. He's locking it in, guys.
Were you that afraid? Really? I had you on the ropes for a good 10 seconds.
You had like a normal human being draft, yeah. Then you went and ruined it. We're not putting the artists next to the names of the songs. We're just putting the song names.
No, you did not inform me of that at the beginning, or I would not have done
That's
this.
why we said we weren't doing the versions. I just been saying it so I can mark them off my list.
Well, you went specifically with a certain person. So what do you mean? This would change my whole draft. No one's gonna see that and know what it is unless it has the name by
Interesting.
That's the only reason you picked it.
I'm protesting.
Mason, listen. Okay, let me just say this, Mason. If no one knows what the song is without seeing the artist, how can it possibly be a top 5 song on your list?
Got him.
If no one even recognizes it.
Yeah, you're right. I'm defeated at this point.
It's fine, Mason. It's fine. It's fine.
Fans of Messin, rise up.
Oh no,
he's invoking his fans to rise up. There's 2 of them, Mason. It's after you won that draft, I think they stopped feeling sorry for you too. So, you really had a good draft going on.
I'm still pushing for the artist by it, but that's just me.
I'll ask the intern if she can fit it all.
At the beginning, we were like, "Does it matter who the artist is?" And we were like, "No, you're just picking the song." We had that conversation.
Right. But if you I know, but some of them said like we went specifically. It's okay. We're going over time. Go ahead.
But I knew it wasn't going to say it. I just was saying it for my own list.
Okay. I've got a couple of options here, and I'm kind of struggling, which is why I'm continuing to make fun of Mason's pick a little bit. Because I don't really know where to pick yet. I have a lot of options.
That was my strategy.
I know. I think that there's some good ones, and then there's we could sit here all day and do honorable mentions after this. Let's do. Okay. I don't know. Okay, let's do this one. I wanted to pull in another song that I really like that's been done a lot, but I think it's one of my favorite songs that you might sing at church during Christmas time. We've been very non-religious kind of songs here, pretty much exclusively. And so I think this would be a good pick for my last pick, and then I'll give some honorable mentions that I almost picked instead. Let's do "Joy to the World."
Yep.
It's classic. Everyone knows it. It's again very recognizable. It's been done by a lot of different people, a lot of different ways, which I think makes it a very versatile song. I think it's a classic song though. So that's how I'm going to round it up.
Well, I was going to go there, but since you took it, I guess I'll go to the other side of the world and go with "Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer."
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Classic.
People know it. It's fun to sing when you're in school.
Yeah.
Teachers tell you to not do that because it's not appropriate.
She
got him.
It's better than "I Caught Mommy Kissing Santa Claus."
It's true.
Okay, let's quickly do honorable mentions. I think it's a good draft. I think there's some good songs out there. That was tough. That's a lot of songs options. A lot of stuff out there.
You're a mean one, Mr.
That was
Grinch.
on my list.
Yeah,
it was.
Feliz Navidad was also one.
I very nearly picked Frosty the Snowman. It's another banger.
Oh yeah.
That was almost my last pick, and I was like, let's pivot a little bit. But I do like that song a lot. Some other ones like "Christmas Time Is Here," famously on the Peanuts Christmas. I like that one as well. There's a couple others that were going through my head as "Baby It's Cold Outside." I'm not a huge fan of that song, to be honest, but it's popular.
It's a little weird song.
A little bit. Yeah. Anybody else?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Did we not pick that?
Maybe we did and I missed it. I don't think we did.
I don't think we did either. I just realized that. Winter Wonderland.
Yep. Last Christmas.
Last Christmas is a pretty popular song too.
That's a pretty good one. That's a good Taylor. If you were going for the Taylor Swift vote, you should have picked her version of that. That's a good song.
Does she sing that?
Mm-hmm. And back in
But if we're not putting
early
by
days.
it, if we're not putting by it to like by the artist, then Wham does that song as well. That's probably
That's the one I
oldest of that
saw.
version.
Yeah, that's what usually
Yeah.
is listed.
There you go. That's a pod.
That's a pod. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here with us. If we missed out on your favorite Christmas song, let us know. We are on socials, so make sure you see us there. We've been posting all of these, and so go interact with us there. Vote on who you think had the best draft. Let Mason know how bad his last pick was, please. Actually, I keep doing that, and it's never a good strategy. Mason, great draft. I think you might win.
Thank you.
You actually probably could win still. Your top of your draft was pretty good. We have a weekend preview coming up on Friday. We are talking all this conference championship talk, playoff talk. NFL season is kind of getting into a part where we're talking playoffs, picture, and things like that. So a lot of stuff going down there. Catch us on Friday, and we hope you have a great week. See you later.